What the haters talking about?
What's up, family? Go to hell was the essential and overriding sentiment posted in a death notice for a Minnesota woman this week. The Redwood Falls Gazette in Redwood Falls, Minnesota, removed the post from its website after public outcry. They said it went too far. The notice opens in typical fashion. Kathleen Demlaw Chunk was born on March 19, 1938, to Joseph and Gertrude Chunk of Wabasso. She married Dennis Demlaw at St. Anne's in Wabasso in 1957 and had two children, Gina and Jay. By the third paragraph, it gets very interesting. In 1962, she became pregnant by her husband's brother, Lyle Demlaw, and moved to California. She abandoned her children, Gina and Jay, who were then raised by her parents in Clements, Mr. and Mrs. Joseph Chunk. The notice ends on a particular vile note. Very disrespectful. She passed away on May 31st, 2018 in Springfield and will now face judgment. She will not be missed by Gina and Jay, and they understand that this world is a better place without her. Jay Demlaw explained why he and his sister felt moved to publish such an obituary. He said they wanted to share their truth after burying it for so long. Their truth is their mother abandoned them, and it messed them up. A source that's close to the family said that neither Kathleen or the kids' father were fit to be parents in the first place, because both of them like to party and drink. I know a lot of people that like to party and drink who don't abandon their children. But I guess I get what she means. They like to party and drink too much. Overdoing it, excessive. I get it. That's cold. I got to give it to them. It was creative, and they got the last word. Now, some people are saying, you gotta forgive. You got to forgive, not for her, but for them. I think it's okay to hate your parents. Some people say, well, maybe you should use like. I mean, hate is a strong word. Abuse is a strong word. Neglect is a strong word. Deadbeat mama, deadbeat daddy are strong words. Man, the damage that parents cause their children is incalculable. You cannot measure it. She earned that. She earned that obituary. These kids have walked around, well, her kids, they're adults now, but her kids have walked around scorned for a lifetime. And she's had a lifetime to repair that, to make it right. And she chose not to. Nah, man, she get what she get. There are very, very, very few things that are worse than a mother who abandons her children. I will say that, man, that's even worse than being a hoe. A mother abandoning her children. Look, that was unheard of when I was growing up. That just did not happen. Well, I'm sure it did happen, but we didn't hear about it. We didn't. Like, if you abandoned your children, you were like the black sheep of the family, the bad person. Everybody, yuck. And you were like a plague. Like, yuck, I don't want to be around her. Because you know, if a mother will abandon her children, she's capable of anything. I mean, you can't love your own children. Who can you love? It's good to have a little honesty sprinkled amongst all those lies and obituaries. You know, Jack Williams was born in 1969. He was a bum, a drunk. He raped his little cousin. He was in and out of jail his whole life. He died owing me $58, and his breath stink like nothing I've ever smelled before. That's the truth. Some of that truth, man. I can't stand, I'm gonna tell you, I can't stand reading those obituaries. And you're sitting there reading the obituary and you go like, you know that line. But they gotta make it look good because, he's dead and can't say anything bad about the dead. I'll be damned. Say what it is, man. I like going to funerals when people are honest about who the person is that's laying in that casket. Whatever that honesty is, if it's good honesty, if it's positive honesty, cool. Honesty is positive anyway, I guess. But if it's the truth, it's the truth. Whether somebody is speaking on somebody's bad habits or their good habits, I like to hear the honesty when I'm at funerals or when I'm reading an obituary. Putting those words in that obituary the way they did it was probably therapeutic for them. I got to give them their props. You don't automatically get love just because you bring children into the world. You have to do your job. You have to do what it is to protect your children and nourish them, to make sure that they're productive human beings. Prepare them for the world. And when you fail to do that, you send them out, and this is where you get your mass murderers from. This is where you get your people who just wreak havoc on society from. This is where you get your evil politicians from, your orange presidents. This is where this comes from, bad parenting. So I have no love for her at all, no empathy whatsoever. She had to be a terrible mom to merit such a dark, cold obituary from her own children. Too bad she didn't see it before she passed. No more talk.
What the haters talking about?